Good everyone, thanks for stopping by. Today's video is going to be a little bit different to anything I've actually put up in the past. I went away with the Hunter Radio group to get some footage of the guys during the contest for the Remembrance Day contest this year, 2019. The location where they contest from is right near the Luskintyre Airfield and Aviation Museum. I was in the process of getting some footage of the guys setting up. There's a number of different tiger moths and other aircraft that were landing and taking off in the airfield just near us, and you'll see that happening there. We're offered the opportunity to take a quick walk around the museum and the hangars and have a look at some of the tiger moths a little bit closer. I do apologise, I can't remember the fella's name that took us around. I believe his name was John, and if it was John, thank you very much for the time, mate. It was very much appreciated, very interesting, and thanks for fielding our questions. I didn't get much footage of the guys actually playing radio. I did get a quick look at Adam's new FT-DX 5000 Yaesu radio. This contest was actually his maiden voyage for that, and he looked to be enjoying that thoroughly. This is the 5000, yes?
5000 MP, yeah.
Well, okay. Now, have you keyed up on the 5000 yet?
No, I'm just waiting for the...
Must be absolutely killing you. What did you have before the 5000? Oh, and you got an amp there as well. Okay.
Yeah, there's an amp there. I've got a ICOM 7851, but it's too heavy to pull out.
Now, the Luskintyre Airfield is located not far out of Luskintyre, and you'll see the address and the details are just there with a contact number. They did lots of restorations, and they've got a fully working workshop out the back, and I believe it's very highly regarded. Not having any expertise in that area, I can't tell you one way or the other, but if you've got an aircraft and you're looking to get it restored, and it's something of this vintage, get in touch, and I'm sure they can help you out. Now, apologies for some of the audio here listening to John. He's going to be a little bit quiet. It wasn't set up for doing an interview style. Because this was an off-the-cuff offer, I wasn't really set up for this kind of filming, but hopefully you can hear him and you'll get the idea. Let's jump into some of the footage that I captured on the day and give you a quick walk around, and let's listen to John tell us about some of the aircraft that they got housed at the Luskintyre Airfield and Aviation Museum.
Looks like they're getting the Tiger ready to go. She's going too far up.
Oh, you got to follow them down a little bit. I'll use a little bit of carefully. Because when I was there, it was actually they go and there. So I just sort of went, and then they brought off around, off to the side, front of the way, and so alright, I'm going that way. So you're supposed to have got your memories and you put from your memory panels. And I've gone, oh look, you know, I've been looking at it, but I do beautiful.
I'm gonna get this because we're gonna leave soon.
Alright, you ready? So he's going.
Come right now.
Got some of that?
Yeah.
Most of them are this yellow colour because that's how they were in the war. Think, oh gee, everybody paints their aircraft yellow. Well, that's how they were in the war. They got the Air Force markings underneath and their numbers on the side.
What's that cover on it for, that little thing that goes out like
Yeah, that's when you're flying, the air comes in, see that hole there?
Yeah.
Blows in there, and then that tells you how fast you're flying. It's like a speedometer on your car.
So similar to what they got in the boat at the back with a little pickup, I think. I think they do a similar thing. Yeah, okay.
And it's really critical when you're flying to know how fast you're flying, because if you're not flying fast enough, you'll fall out of the air.
Yeah.
That's what we call the stall. That's another one. That's for another instrument. That winds up a gyroscope that tells you if you're in balance or not.
What's that one there?
That's a chipmunk. That's the next aircraft after these. So these were built during 1945, 40 to 45, and that was built after the war, which is in the early 50s. But it was designed to do the same thing as these, only just be more modern. So you've got a canopy and you can close it.
So it would be more nimble than these?
Not significantly.
No? Okay.
Just different.
Faster though at all?
Oh,
Or
a little bit.
Something blowing on the roof, mate.
What are these tiger moths made out of? Metal and, like, because some of the parts are really soft.
Yeah, they're fabric.
Oh.
I might be able to show you in the workshop. There might be one there in pieces.
Where is the fuel held in these?
In the centre, see that rib section?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the fuel tank,
So that's the full size of the fuel tank?
85 litres.
Okay.
We've got another fuel tank underneath here, which is the auxiliary tank. Refill here,
Yep.
and it goes, there's a tank in there.
So what would be total capacity between the two?
85 and 40.
Okay, all right.
So if these were in the war, would they have guns mounted on them?
These were never in the war as fighters, they were
But the tiger moths that were in the war, did
No.
they?
because they were ever only intended to teach people how to fly.
Oh.
They're what they call a training aircraft.
So these aren't replicas, these are genuine. Original.
100%.
Yep, okay.
These were all built during the war. A cub, what they call a Piper cub. It's marked for the war too, but later war, like Korea and that sort of thing. They used to use them for spotting and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, okay.
This is a German aircraft. It's the equivalent of the Tiger Moth in Germany. They used to use those to learn.
So it would be roughly the same generation of the ones we've just looked at?
Pretty much.
Were they competitive?
Not to the extent that anything was competitive with Germany and England at the time.
Yeah, okay. So
And we'll walk up.
most of these flyable? Do most
They're
of
all
these
flyable.
they all go in the air? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This one went down to Victoria. That one's getting some repair work done on
It's a bit thin, yeah.
it. They're all flyable.
So fuel tank looks about the same as the other ones you've shown us on that one?
Yeah, this is a predecessor to the Tiger Moth. So this would have been built in the 30s. And you can see they've got a folding wing here. So
Does that mean it would be likely to have gone onto a carrier or something like that? No?
these were designed not as defence aircraft, but as personal aircraft.
Okay, yep.
And so the idea with these was that you could pick the back up and put it on your car and tow it home.
Okay.
Put it in a garage. So that'll fit in the car garage. And then you could hook it up, take it back out the airfield and go flying.
So you're saying that had been down to Victoria. Would that make one hop on a fuel?
No.
No? How many times would you have to fuel up?
Twice.
Okay.
Since when do wings fold inwards?
Well, that was the design in those days. They thought it was a good thing because they didn't have big hangars in those days. So that was made to go to a farm shed. Yeah, it takes a few minutes to fold them out.
Yeah, it doesn't fly like that, Riley.
It's got these pins here,
Yep.
down and there. That's all that happens. That wing goes around like that, and then those pins pin into there.
Okay.
Just click, click, and then it's ready to fly.
Cool.
So they look, forgive my sort of layman's explanation, they look fairly basic,
Oh, definitely.
obviously given the time frame.
These were designed 10 years after the first aeroplane ever flew.
Wow, okay. That's pretty significant, isn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't appear to be a lot of redundancy in them, like I suppose with modern aircraft. So is that an accurate statement? Like,
Oh no, they've got the critical stuff on these is the ignition system. So they've got two spark plugs for each cylinder and
Okay.
two magnetos. So that's the redundancy basically as far as the engine goes.
yes.
If you get anything deeper than that go wrong, well, it's too late anyway.
Right.
But they fly very slowly, they glide very nicely,
Okay.
and you could land these in a football field.
So if you were to have an engine failure, you could bring it down.
Yeah, I've done it twice.
Okay. All right. Is that pretty hairy or it's pretty comfortable, sort of?
It's
As long as you know what you're doing, obviously.
80% of your training is if something goes
What
wrong.
happens wrong? Yeah. Okay.
This is in for restoration, I think.
And majority of these privately owned, are they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much all of them. Yeah, so that's the workshop, but it's not open at the moment. So
Okay.
you can't easily get in there.
That's right, mate. I appreciate what we've done already.
But this aircraft here might have been the one you were thinking about.
Yeah, it sounds similar to his description. What sort of vintage would that be?
Oh,
That looks newer.
I'm not 100% sure, probably late 40s.
Okay. Still that early.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I saw last time I was here. It was up there.
Yeah, well that wire on the top would be for their radio or radar or something like that, aerials. No, not for, like,
Not commercial.
not commercial, but it's used for giving people joy flights, I think.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, they were the first aircraft that Boeing built. They're Boeing, yeah.
Okay.
And these are the American equivalent of a Tiger Moth. So they're 1940. This one here. This one here we flew it back from Perth
Oh wow.
a year ago.
I'm assuming my driver stops on the way.
Yeah, you've got to stop for fuel and go to the toilet and all that sort of stuff. It took us 4 days.
Well, there's a question for you then.
It's a long way.
How do you go to the loo while you're travelling?
You land.
You just land?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. There's no sort of peeing in a bottle, that sort of stuff where you...
We're not in the air more than like 2 hours is a long time in one of those.
Okay.
So you go to the toilet before you leave.
When you say 2 hours, is that because of a comfort thing or...
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
You know, we only fly for fun.
Yeah, okay.
So
Are they, that being said, are they not particularly comfortable to be in for a long period of time? Is that...
they're open cockpits. So
Yeah.
it's just like being on a.
Just getting buffeted and there's noise, I imagine.
Yeah. But these are much heavier and bigger than the Tiger Moth. Like that aircraft will use 1 litre of fuel a minute.
The fuel usage, is that because of the size of the engine, or are you saying because it's heavy as well?
Size of the engine.
So once you're in the air, that wouldn't matter?
Oh, no,
From a
no.
weight perspective, it still does?
Yeah, you still got to pull yourself along. But
Yeah.
the engine's it's like a V8.
Yeah.
It's like a Corvette
Uh-huh.
and an MG.
Yeah, okay.
That's the basic difference.
Does anybody sort of Frankenstein something together?
No, because you've got to get everything like that approved. Rigorous procedure.
Can imagine, yeah.
It's a rigorous procedure, and there's no concessions for age or anything else. All these Tiger Moths have got to be as good as a modern aircraft. And all the blokes that work on it are fully licensed and registered and all that sort of thing.
What's the electrical like inside them? Next to non-existent, or is there a little bit in there?
Tiger moth, they never had any in the beginning. The original Tiger had no electric, save for a magneto.
Does that have to change now for putting them up in the air now, or they can stay as is?
We've got some here without any electrics in it.
Okay.
The majority of the blokes do put a couple of batteries in, and
So you'd have to run a radio still for comms and stuff anyway?
yeah, and use the radio.
Yeah.
And an intercom as well.
Okay, yeah.
So, but it's not an extensive electrical. It's a couple of 12-volt batteries that every couple of hours you take out and charge up on the vent.
The fuel is a bit more potent than just regular car fuel too, isn't it?
No, the Tiger moths run on regular car.
Oh wow, okay.
95.
I suppose that would have been available at the time, I guess.
That's what they had in the day.
Anything more exotic would have been too hard to get, I suppose.
Well, they didn't have it.
Didn't have that, okay.
When you're looking at 1930s here,
Yep.
or 1920s, originally they didn't have pontoons. So the pontoons is a modification.
Do you have gliders go from here as well?
Yeah, not usually, no.
Okay.
There's another glider airfield up the valley just past Singleton, where we fly up, but we don't have gliders here. And there's no good reason why we don't. It's just the problem here is that we've got so few hangar spaces. If you've got a vintage aircraft and you can't get a space here.
Do you know how many we have here roughly?
Oh, probably 30 or 35, something like that.
And so if say somebody wanted to house an aircraft here, you'd be wanting them to use it fairly regularly? Is it a requirement that they have to take it out?
Not really, but that we encourage that because no one wants dusty aircraft in the corner of a hangar. There's plenty of those around.
Yeah, sure.
We actually like to fly and for people to see them in the air and all that sort of business.
Yeah.
So that's an unusual sight.
Yes.
To see an airplane like that.
Yeah.
And to be able to get close to them and all that sort of thing. And that's what we like to do. And it's nothing to have 2 or 3 of those in the air at any one time.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was 2 of them in the air just when your blokes come up.
Yeah. Is there a cut-off for age of the aircraft that house here?
Here? No,
just
no.
whatever?
We generally encourage the old stuff. There it is. The problem, mate, because we can't power it up and have screens on and shit like that because of stuff that we get. It's not allowed to.
And that's it. Thanks very much for stopping by. Again, this is a little bit out of the ordinary of stuff that I would have normally put together, but because I had the opportunity, I thought I'd just jump at it and put something together. Hopefully this was as interesting to you as it was Riley and I getting the opportunity to take a walk and have a look through the hangar and get a little bit up and close and personal with some of the aircraft they've got there. Thanks very much to the guys at Luskintyre Airfield. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. We'll catch you on the next one.